For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Homage is being paid to the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, and the island's prime minister is in denial as far as the state of the local health sector. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the YouTube channel, and we are back on Facebook, and that is because we challenged their decision yesterday to kick us off their platform. Don't know why it was done in the first place, but your guess is as good as mine. We'll be on until 2 o'clock this afternoon with your calls in a moment at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Kimani will be going through some of your comments in the chat room. So, Julian Alfred did it again. And at least to my satisfaction, but I'm hearing that some people were a little disappointed because she came in second to the United States' Gabby Thomas. That is a significant achievement on the part of our St. Lucian athlete. The number one medal, the first medal that we got at that level, she gave it to us. The second such medal, she gave it to us as well. So we're coming across, at least some of us, as being very ungrateful in saying that she should have gotten gold as well. So congratulations to you, Julian Alfred, and we are all looking forward to celebrating your performance, stellar performance, anytime that you arrive in St. Lucia. And my prediction is, it is on that particular day when we have the government organizing the various events and activities to welcome our international athlete to St. Lucia, that will have that holiday to celebrate her performance and her achievement. That certainly should pave the way for the various sporting organizations in St. Lucia and indeed the Ministry of Youth and Sports to chart a particular course whereby more of our St. Lucian athletes can excel to the point where they could be on the world stage representing St. Lucia and, of course, joining Julian Alfred in terms of continuing to record success after success for us on the island. Because I think we have a lot more young and coming athletes throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia whose talents can definitely be nurtured to the extent that they would be able to perform at an exceptional level. But it must start very early with the support from parents, with support from the wider community, with support from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports. Let us ensure that we build on that platform that has been created for us by Julian Alfred. Other issues. Our health sector. We have been complaining on this island about the poor state of St. Lucia's health system. And maybe it is the case that those who are in authority, they tend not to listen to ordinary folks when they're complaining about something. It's primarily because those people are seen as just people of no influence, people who cannot determine the fate of politicians, and also those who have the financial wherewithal seldom call NewsSpin to complain about the shoddy service that they are receiving at our various health institutions, because they need not complain. They're not in a position to complain in the first place. The first option would be Tapia Hospital. Second option, Laminat Hospital. And if it warrants traveling to the United States, Canada, or the UK, they will do it because they have the financial resources. And what they end up doing is complaining privately among themselves. But in the main, the people who have been flooding the airwaves of this particular program, who have been sending in the WhatsApp messages, who have been quietly sending the email and so on, would be ordinary St. Lucians who prefer that letter that was penned by the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association on behalf of the membership of the organization says it all. Okay? What has been happening is people generally, what they have been doing is saying, I prefer basically to die at home as opposed to going to the St. Jude Hospital or the OK EU Hospital to convalesce. Because it's only probably on rare occasions that this would happen in terms of recuperation. And I have nothing against the medical staff at those various health institutions, nothing against them, because they are already going beyond the call of duty. And the letter that was penned again by the head of the SLMDA would indicate it's basically a lack of resources and, of course, micromanaging on the part of the board of directors. And so far, we are yet to hear from the chairperson of the board of directors of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex. But we'll hear from Jacinta Anius Lee with a commentary praising the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Merle Clark.
I want to publicly commend Dr. Merle Clark, president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, for having the conviction, the motivation, the strength, the testicular fortitude, in other words, the balls, to have written this 3-page letter to the board of the OKEU Hospital detailing the shortcomings of this health institution. She did all of us a favor, whether you like it or not. From a layperson's perspective, visiting that health institution, I was able to observe some things which many of you have experienced. We, the public, who have had reason to visit OKEU, are aware of the issues. Why should anyone blame Dr. Clark for shining a light on our health system? Those of us who have been concerned and have had our suspicions about what was happening at OKEU now have the confirmation. No matter who decides to criticize her action, I thank her on behalf of those of us who do not have the clout and finances to be airlifted to an overseas hospital. I thank her on behalf of the Maliways. I thank her on behalf of the poorest of the poor. And I thank her on behalf of just ordinary St. Lucians. For those of you who are busy being critical, try going through the process at the OKU hospital. I am no medical expert, but the deficiencies observed at that hospital are concerning. Based on Dr. Clark's letter, I am now better able to place my observations into perspective. An urgent evaluation needs to be undertaken of this healthcare institution before it gets to the point of no return. This is our hospital. That's where the majority of us receive our health care. Let's thank the Medical and Dental Association for lobbying on our behalf. We, the ordinary St. Lucians. Thank you, Dr. Moore.
You just heard the commentary by Jacinta Anus Lee. Now, for some people who want us to just pretend all of a sudden that we do not have a crisis as far as our healthcare system is concerned, then you know what those people are up to. Those people want us to be distracted. And every opportunity that would present itself, they would want to utilize it. And so, Juju has won 2 gold medals. We praise her wholeheartedly for this. She's exceptional. But can we say that about our leaders in terms of their stewardship in a number of areas? Take, for example, healthcare. And so for some people, they'd want me to just focus exclusively on her exploits, as if that is all what that matters right now in the lives of the people of St. Lucia. We do appreciate the feel-good factor that comes with her performance at that particular level. But rest assured that in addition to this, we have to focus on crime, healthcare, and a range of other issues, which takes me to something that was posted on a particular page on Facebook. And an individual forwarded it to me. Not that it matters, but it is worth reading in its raw state. It reads, Tim, Pechula, Timal. We want to focus for Juju to win her 200 meters today, and you're only pushing negativity. Sotila. What is negative about focusing on healthcare and crime? This is equal to saying, you know, there's a deluge. It's raining in our country, and it's all bad? Not necessarily. It is basically in the eyes of the beholder. So for the farmer, he welcomes the rain. As far as Juju's performance is concerned, for those hypocrites, those hacks, for them, let's focus only on that aspect. Because if we focus only on her performance, then automatically the health sector will improve on its own. Automatically we'll adjust and improve our crime problem. We will stick at homicide number 51. And all of a sudden, because of our performance, let's relegate the poor performance as well, conversely, of our governments and the government ministers who want to put themselves first, as opposed to the issues that are affecting the people of St. Lucia. We ought not to allow ourselves to be distracted. Because you heard from the nation's prime minister, and you'll hear from him in just a moment, while focusing on the health crisis. And he said, words to the effect, this is not the first time we're facing such a problem, and it is true. We have been facing a health crisis, maybe on that, not at that scale, on that level, during the reign of the previous United Workers' Party administration. Before that, you had an SLP administration of 2 terms, and then you have the UDOP administration of another term, and you have dating right back to John Compton being in office for so long. When will it end? But when you're giving the authority to preside over the affairs of a country and to work towards the betterment of their lives, the people's lives, you have to take that responsibility seriously and not be in denial. And our Prime Minister is being in denial when it comes to healthcare. Listen to just a part of what he said recently. We extracted this from a statement that he made at the SLPYO's annual general meeting.
And don't worry with all the nonsense about the economy collapsing, our health services are collapsing. And don't worry with all the nonsense about the economy collapsing, our health services are collapsing.
So as far as the Prime Minister is concerned, our health services are not collapsing. Mr. Prime Minister, I don't know if that's already collapsed, but you need to read that letter again that was penned by the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association. And then you get to understand the dilapidated state of St. Lucia's health sector. If it has not already collapsed, it is collapsing, Mr. Prime Minister. And I understand why you will speak that way. You know why? Because if you were to become ill today, and I don't wish that on you, you would be flown over to Martinique. And any of your government ministers, the same would be done. And so you will never understand the predicament that ordinary folks in St. Lucia are in right now. There are people who are very much concerned. People are saying to me, I don't want to be ill. I really don't want to, and I feel the same way as well. And that gives us the opportunity to focus on our healthcare workers in St. Lucia, our nurses, our doctors. I know we are so critical of those people, but I think we have been acting out of ignorance over several years now, because selfishly we focus on ourselves. We go there, we don't get good service, etc., and we don't know. It's as if going to the grocery shop, the supermarket, purchasing an item and walking out and paying or not paying sometimes, etc., etc. That letter is an eye-opener, and I think more people, we need to read that letter, and I think I'll be going forward reading that letter on a daily basis so that we understand the poor state of the health sector in St. Lucia. And we could say to those politicians, whether we're supporters of the SLP or the UDOP, doesn't matter, that you have failed us, and we cannot tolerate this. We cannot continue to tolerate this, because come 2026, on the cusp of a general election, if things remain that way as far as healthcare is concerned, if the situation worsens, then you would be calling for you to get a fresh mandate. To do what? When it appears that you are incapable of addressing a problem that is not new to you. You are 5-star general on the verge of being what? 6-star general. You have been in office. You have been the most readied individual to be prime minister. And prime minister means you're responsible for our health care. You're responsible for our security, our education, unemployment, development of our youth, etc. And you continue to be in denial, and you continue to make excuses. We have the lines right now to take your calls at 452-2979, 452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. And I forgot to say that, for example, you know, the thousands of euros that we owe our French friends, a significant number of that is a result of some of our ministers, government ministers, getting medical treatment in Martinique as well. I think it's over 600,000 euros. Okay? So a significant number of that would be as a result of our government ministers seeking medical treatment in Martinique as well. Kimani, good afternoon to you, and maybe you could tell me what's in the chat room.
Good afternoon, Tim. In the chat, someone says, Tim, from history, neither party has taken education and healthcare seriously. Both governments have spent less than 10% of GDP on either education or healthcare and 65% on tourism.
Why do you think that's the case, Kimani? And I'll answer for you, because these days you like to think, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. And you know what? Because we tolerate it and we accept it. Okay? We are asking of the authorities as opposed to demanding and ensuring that we get it. And we claim that we are their bosses. It's the other way around. So we go asking for things and asking and asking and begging and begging and begging, and nothing at all happens. But they have the money to do certain things. In the run-up to a general election, you wonder where those politicians, where those parties are getting all that money to produce paraphernalia, to bring down various artists. You just have to wonder where's the money coming from.
Where do you think the money is coming from, Tim? I always assumed those endorsements, maybe.
Endorsements. So that's why we also need for there to be some legislation enacted pertaining to our general elections, whereby disclosures can be made if you receive a certain amount of money. You know, at a particular threshold, a particular amount. If it goes beyond that, you must declare it. You must report it.
Okay.
Because we never know where it's coming from.
Right.
We never know where it's coming from.
We don't know if it's...
We don't know where it's coming from.
Another comment in the chat. Someone says the SRP are given, but they cannot take. The government is only focused on SHAS and not what is affecting the people. Another comment, Dr. Clark did us a favor by bringing to light what most of us have in some shape or form dealt with in our healthcare system. Tim, while they take credit for our successful athletes, the poor state of our medical services is a product of the government as well. Someone says, who feels it knows it, bravo to Dr. Clark. To use the words written from Merle Clark, it has never been this bad. Another comment, I would take advice and listen to an individual who works in the healthcare system about their issues versus a politician who may not fully understand the day-to-day operations of their system. Tim, the gold and the silver medal has cured our nation from all our problems. Another comment, there is a young man, Joseph, that we must watch and encourage, referring to Michael Joseph. Someone says, Tim, I hope Julian is not picked up at the airport in this same convertible car this time around. And finally, someone says, Tim, the persons that are saying that they should go and give us the gold. Too much talk for nothing. Julian did very good. Bravo to her.
We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
And good afternoon, your guest, Kimani.
Hi, good afternoon.
Tim, I don't know, boy, listen to your opening of your program there, your preamble. It's getting me scared every day to go to the hospital. Seriously, you know. And I remember some 3 weeks ago I was calling you. and I was talking about the hospital, and I did not continue the conversation. You remember that, Tim?
Yes, sir.
But honestly, everything you said there is so true. So true, and there is nothing more than what you said there. We are a type of nation that is, every time something happens, we all up. Oh, we're good there. We can forget about politics, forget about everything, and we are good. Let's focus on one issues. But the crime situation that are plaguing this country, when we can have our young youth who doesn't have anything to do with what is happening between gang-related and this-related, and today they are the one paying the ultimate sacrifice. Are we not serious about getting tired of burying our young people? Hearing the news on a daily basis, a homicide in this country?
I mean, and when, for example, the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association makes reference to premature deaths, and so many people have been complaining, saying, I took my mother, I took my grandmother, I took my sister, she was doing fine, I expected her to be released, to go home and recuperate at home, but she died. And, people like myself included would say, boy, don't jump to conclusion, let us wait for the post-mortem, because we have to be so careful. And now we're hearing about premature deaths. Continue, sir.
So, Tim, is there not a system when we don't get this type of treatment at the hospital and somebody die, we cannot sue? Who can we sue?
Well, we can take legal action. Yes, we can. But sometimes, whether you can afford it, who wants to take your case?
Because we have had so many of that lately,
Mm-hmm.
I was at the stadium on Monday, and I had reason to be about somebody there. And when I reached the stadium, you had one person for emergency. But prior to that, you have 3 or 4 persons that are waiting to get assistance. And these people, they're waiting, they cannot get a proper place to sit at. In fact, sit is not good for them. To rest until they call them, they're ready for them. You know where the people, they have the people? Just in the alleyway. And somebody bought a stretcher or something, and this is a shame to have, our system. And we're talking about the statement made by the leader of the country. So this is nonsense when you hear people talk about the healthcare is collapsing. That is nonsense. This is collapsing. We have so many. And that is why I am saying, are we serious in St. Lucia? You believe the gold medal and the silver, Julian Alfred wouldn't bring us together? Will change the way we're doing things there? That is not going to change things. And I thought the Prime Minister would have looked at the letter you read from the president of the Nurses Association, and said, okay, we have a problem there, we need to do this X, Y, Z. But no, ridicule everything. It's not matter. It was healthcare has been like that before. And I heard your good friend, Arthur Charles, I can mention his name, said that has been like that in St. Lucia for years.
That means it must never stop. That means we must not address it.
It must never stop. Leave it like that. Forget about it. We have Julian Alfred win gold and silver medal, and just leave the situation as so many more persons will still come out of the hospital because there's no proper beds, no medicine. You're talking about painkiller, Panadol, in a 2 days and I said it today. And the other day you heard it from a member of parliament from Soufrière when he was an MP. He said, if the member cannot take care of his own constituency, would you give him 180,000 people to look in after? And today that is reality. Can this member take care of the problem that's in St. Lucia? And minister, the shadow minister of agriculture, the hospital is almost in the constituency of a member for Beaufort North, Tim. If you could look in that, because all who pick in the gap there, a little 400-500 foot away, that is the stadium there, The hospital in his constituency, and you hear nothing from him. Move from agriculture, and then what become of bananas? Finish. What become of the copra factory in Soufrière under his watch? What become of that thing they were building, the meat facility at Beausejour Why is this? All of those things completely collapsed on here. Now, this man is in charge of health. Can you imagine? Well, we have a long road ahead to change things in that country. Tim, I thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Still to come on the broadcast, a talk show host confidently and boldly says, I'm not objective. It's all about supporting the SLP. Lucia wishes to advise customers and the public that its customer service offices in V4 and Rodney Bay will be closed, or it's closed today, Wednesday, the 7th of August. This closure is necessary to facilitate staff participation in a work activity. Normal business will resume at all offices on Thursday, that's tomorrow, August the 8th at 8 a.m. Customers who wish to conduct business with the company during this closure are advised to use its service desk on its website. That's www.lucilec.com. www.lucilec.com. Responses on the virtual service desk and My Account platforms will, however, be delayed due to staff unavailability. The management of Lucilec regrets any inconvenience that this closure may cause. This is the most monitored talk show in the world.
Understanding the financial impact of job loss, First National Bank offers job loss insurance, specially designed to provide our customers support during such uncertain times. In the event you lose your job, coverage provides a financial cushion, easing your worries while helping you navigate career transitions. This coverage ensures that a job loss doesn't have to mean a financial crisis, providing you with the support that you need when you need it most. We are committed to standing by our customers in all of life's ups and downs. Our job loss insurance is more than just a policy. It's a promise of support, offering peace of mind and financial stability, ensuring that you can face career challenges without the added burden of financial stress. First National Bank, here for you.
Lazarus's Funeral Home is here for you. Lazarus's Private Cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's Private Cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Electricity powers our favorite appliances and devices. But leaving your devices on or even plugged in when not in use can waste energy. Wasted energy that runs up your bill. When not in use, switch off, unplug, save energy, and save your appliances and devices. It's the smart thing to do. Saving energy is what's smart.
School start back, KFC got your back. With that back to school deal, it's a tasty pack. Just 12 dollars, oh what a deal. Come and get your fill, it's a steal.
But that's not all. Purchase any back-to-school meal for a chance to win one of 5 backpacks filled with school supplies and a brand new laptop.
Write your name, drop it in the box. KFC got the deals that totally rock. Hurry in before August 30th and sign on. Charge on the 31st, come before it's gone. KFC St. Lucia, we the best around. Back to school with KFC is the talk of the town. It's finger licking good.
Visit kfcslu.com for more information. Follow us on social media at KFC St. Lucia. Approved by the St. Lucia National Lottery. Terms and conditions apply.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with a message for ya. Switch it up, cause this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. But the postpaid Wi-Fi you go. Go to Billing House, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Gardez-moi ti boy, pas faire la fumée là.
Stop all that smoke, fume, and noise.
keep the emissions to zero and be a hero for the environment. You can still do all your lawn mowing, brush cutting, leaf blowing, hedge trimming, even chainsawing, but with a battery-powered machine. Europa is now offering a buy one get one free on professional battery tools. When you buy the tool, we'll throw in the battery absolutely free. Yes, you heard right. You get one free battery with the purchase of any steel professional machine.
PS Laffy me, PS Dezord, merci papa.
Visit Europa in Massad, Grosley or call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
Y'all don't hear the hot sale Palace House have going on? From 30 to 50% off on back to school items, stationery, furniture, clothing, shoes, and so much more. Clearance sale, I tell you. Everything must go. You can even get items for as low as $1. Palace House. Visit us today at Maywood Street, Castries, or call us at 452-2250.
Discover the future of body imaging innovation at La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, where the gold standard in MRI technology meets unparalleled medical expertise. From the intricate neural pathways of the brain to the delicate structures of the spine, and from the vital functions of the heart to detailed multi-parametric MRI of the prostate, our higher resolution images see the unseen from head to toe. Our radiation-free Signa Prime Tesla 1.5 MRI machine is assisted by artificial intelligence, enhancing its precision in creating quality images for our trained radiologists to give you more accurate readings. Our facility ensures fast access to specialist doctors, including pain management, rheumatology, and family medicine. Proudly serving as a world-class facility in the OECS, we bring international standards of healthcare within your reach. There is no longer a need to travel overseas for superior medical services. Experience the pinnacle of diagnostic precision and patient care right here in St. Lucia. Schedule your MRI with La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence located in Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Call 451-6559 for your appointment. For your peace of mind, ask about our flexible financing options, including our co-pay system for clients with healthcare.
I've seen you here before, and I have something special just for you. What have we here? Happy housewarming to me? That's the MNC Home Depot Rewards Card. You'll earn points every time you shop, plus exclusive savings and promotions just for you.
Just for me?
Yes, just for you. Shop in store or online and enjoy a seamless experience.
So I get to treat myself every time I shop?
Exactly. It's time to reward yourself.
MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt Rewards Card. Sign up and reward yourself today at www.mnchomedepot.com.
At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastouche Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
But too many of comrades that I know, they go and they want to show, like me, man, I'm a fair man. I look at things objectively. I don't look at things objectively. I don't. I am a member and supporter unapologetically of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And if being Labour is a disease, I have said it more than once, consider me an incurable case. Not just for party's sake, but for what the St. Lucia Labour Party stands for and has always stood for throughout my life. But too many of comrades that I know, they go and they want to show, like me, man, I'm a fair man. I look at things objectively. I don't look at things objectively. I don't. I am a member and supporter unapologetically of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And if being Labour is a disease, I have said it more than once, consider me an incurable case, not just for party's sake, but for what the St. Lucia Labour Party stands for and has always stood for throughout my life.
Monsieur Lausa Labour, we know one.
452-2979, your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Kimani, any comments in the chat room?
In the chat room, while on YouTube, someone says, healthcare in St. Lucia has always been a challenge for all governments, but this time around, awa papa. Facebook comment, someone says, let's see, like my little 1 year, 9-month nephew would say, bon dijou. Another comment, someone says, this is the type of guy who keeps the country backwards, so sad. Let's see another comment in the chat. Sim, I also want to congratulate the rest of the athletes who didn't medal but give 100. Thank you for reaching that level to represent St. Lucia. Keep on.
We have WhatsApp messages long, so bear with me. It reads the high team. The talk on the ground is that many of the staff members at the OKEUH are happy that the letter came out. The hospital is flatlining. No wonder the top 4 senior directors / managers, example CEO, director of finance, senior HR manager, and director of administration have resigned in the past 2 years. They lobbied so much to the board of directors and Ministry of Health, but approval of finance for finance and strategic planning were denied and denied. The board is known for involvement in minor operational and line management issues and not focusing enough on strategy and policy. They were cautioned against this by an accredited international body which did an assessment sometime last year. Many staff wanted to vent and express the challenges, but some were concerned about victimization and reprisal from the board of directors and, by extension, party supporters. 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Somebody says there, those SLP hacks are no different from the MAGA cult members. Their party can do no wrong, just like Trump. And let's see, we have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. Down the air.
Timothy, good afternoon to you.
Hi, good afternoon
to your guest.
Kimani is the chat room reporter, not the guest. Chat room reporter.
Oh, my goodness. Kimani, my apologies.
That's okay.
Thank you for correcting me, Brother Tim.
You're welcome, sir.
Tim, did we not go into the House to pass a tax for health, Timothy?
Health and security, yes.
It was health and security, 2 major functions of our country for stability and well-being. Timothy, we are now experiencing health problems, and I'm going to say it has not been only under this administration, but previous ones. But Timothy, we also are experiencing some criminal situations that has gone unabated. And nobody in their right mind, Timothy, will come out and try and say these are naysayers that are claiming things are wrong. There will be collapse. Timothy, I mean, are we not all living in this country? Don't we go through the medical processes and have to deal with the carnage when we go there? Timothy, sometimes it pains me just to listen to some people who ought to know better. And I'm asking myself, what planet or what part of St. Lucia they are living so I can go there? Where there will be, where there is no crime and the healthcare system is okay. Tell me, Tim, do you know of that place in St. Lucia?
I have no
I
such
want to
knowledge.
go there. For us to be burying our heads in the sun is ridiculous. We all need to understand that we have a problem, and then for us to deal with it. If we keep on burying our heads in the sun, we will get nowhere. But enough of this. I just want to congratulate our Julian Alfred. And I also want to take the opportunity to, wish the other athletes who have been there before, like the Vern Spencer, the Rick Wayne, the Darren Summy, the Julian Charles, and others who have made St. Lucia proud. Let us continue to keep that flag of, patriotism up. And, I don't want to align that with politics because it is just sickening to align that to politics. If there was a golden opportunity yesterday for us to bring our people together under a banner of unity around this young lady and others who have made St. Lucia that place people want to know about was yesterday. But again, politics. Tim, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. What's that message? Tim, I know there is an enormous amount of negative criticism that comes your way every day, and no matter how tough you are, some of it will get to you. Stay focused, pursue truth, and do your work. NewsSpin is a tremendously powerful contribution to the political and social discourse in St. Lucia. Long after NewsSpin is no longer on the air and the historians are writing their reflections, the verdict of history will rule in your favor. Let your detractors be what they are, detractors. Your calls. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, team. I had to call in to put in my 2 cents in regard to the health care.
Yes, ma'am.
I had a family friend of mine 3 weeks ago had a massive stroke, a male figure. Had a massive stroke and was taken to the OKU hospital via the ambulance. And the team, he stayed on, actually was on a wheelchair, and that was a massive stroke. Foaming, and he couldn't even sit, but actually to stretch himself. Timothy, he waited 8 hours before he can see a doctor. His head on a side, slouch, arm dropped, and foaming from his mouth. 8 hours. Couldn't speak, couldn't do a thing. Tim, finally he got to see the doctor. He was put on a stretcher and stayed a week in the ER. No beds. So the family had no choice but to take him back home. 3 days. After 3 days, when he got home, he passed away.
Wow. My condolences.
And can you say, yes, Timothy, and that was sad. A massive stroke, a stroke patient, so you were saying the system has a problem. You mean I don't know whether it was no doctors there or maybe it's because of what was going on and everything. But I'm happy that Dr. Mulclack had to write that letter, and I said thank you to Dr. Mulclack because it's terrible. 2019, I had an experience also. The European government was in power. It wasn't so bad, because they had medication. I had a brother who had cancer, and he died at the hospital. But it wasn't so bad as now. So tell Philip J. Pierre he's in denial, and his allies and his surrogates, they are in denial. Go and protect the victory and see what's going to happen. Have a good afternoon.
Same to you, ma'am, and thank you so much for calling. 452-2979. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Somebody says that according to Rick, not a word from him now, referring to a particular individual. Let's see there if we have another WhatsApp message to go through. And somebody says, when last have you heard about those condoning of a crime or shooting incident by any minister of the last few weeks? Did they speak out on the child who was gunned down, or maybe I just missed it? Just asking. Let's take a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Hey, Tim. Good afternoon to you.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you today?
I'm okay. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Good afternoon. I hope Kim is well. Kim, this is Vince.
Hello? Let's see if we get the call on the air. Yes, caller. Are you still there? Hello? Hello? Okay, suspect we have lost the caller, and maybe you should try to call back a little bit later. Let's continue at 452-2979. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, what was that call? We'll try again. Friday online. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello, good afternoon to you, caller.
Good afternoon, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm okay, sir.
Good afternoon to Kimani as well.
Hi, good afternoon.
Kim, I just want to wish the young lady, Alfred, you know, I think she did very well, and her performance was 100%, and I'm happy that she could at least put us on the map of St. Lucia, the map of the world. But my greatest disappointment is when this lady has done so well and have tried so hard with all her hard work and her delegation to reach that point, and for cheap politicians down here want to make it as if they are the one who helped her to become who she is today. You know, I think it's very, very bad, and we need to take ourselves away from that. What I'm saying is, my point is again, that she was not the only one participating in the Olympics from St. Lucia. So those politicians who are saying today, because of her, she becomes who she is, those guys that was there with her in Paris, didn't they have gotten any contribution from anybody? And nobody's saying nothing to those guys who were there, even if they did not reach the gold or they even reached the silver, but at least their participation, their presence was very meaningful to St. Lucia. You understand? So they behave like as if it's only when it's good, the name can be mentioned and the name can be praised. Olympics is not every year, but it's every 4 years. Now we have run 3 years under this administration. So if today the government changes or tomorrow, will the Labour Party get into power immediately after 2 years to represent Julian Alfred at the Olympics? Team, we need to get away from those cheap political points. And my other thing is, none of the ministers or anybody has spoken about this 14-year-old that got killed at his mother's house. Who knows, team, whether he would be our next representative at the next Olympics? You understand? So we behaving like as if the bad things, we don't know about it, but the good things we want to be praised and get the high praise for it and get points for it. So team, I find we need to do better than that in St. Lucia. We definitely need to do better than that, and I believe we can do better than that. That's my contribution.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much for calling. WhatsApp message. Didn't Musa say that the former government was putting horses before people? Now he is putting protecting the victory before people's lives. 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have a WhatsApp call. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air.
Kimani, bonjour.
Yes, good afternoon to you, caller.
Moi de ça, moi écouter ça jouer avec Shelton là. Moi disappointement avec Shelton. Gouan. Mais c'est ça, c'est comme ça plusieurs gens qui ont supporté les partis hier. C'est pas about pays, c'est pas about Saint-Lucie. So Shelton, ça dit c'est la vérité. Il pas mêlé avec pays, il pas mêlé avec ça qui vrai, ça qui pas vrai. Il a supporté tout ça SLP fait, même si bon, même si pas bon. Et c'est ça, Saint-Lucie, ni pour catcher, ni pour coûter. Laissez-moi dire ça, ça faire. Coûtez yo avec quoi yo. Parce que yo ka dire la vérité. C'est un Saint-Lucie qui va vouloir ton avec comprendre. Après, je m'entends combien de monde a pleuré tout partout à dire, oh, healthcare. Premier ministre a dit, il pas savent. Il pas même savent ça qu'a fait avec healthcare. Ça mauvais à ce décor. Si le Premier ministre là pas savent ça qu'a fait avec healthcare, ça c'est négligence. Ça veut dire qu'il pas ni pour le Premier ministre, il ni pour chercher un travail pour faire parce que sous du moins un bagage qui est tellement important qu'on santé monde ou c'est Premier ministre pays ou pas savent ça qu'a fait avec l'hôpital avec la santé monde c'est ici. Ou pas supposé dire bagaille comme ça, ou supposé savent ça qu'a fait là. Si il connaît avec il dit ça, il a menti. So, manière regarder ou quand pièce bagaille là pas bon. Deuxième bagaille là c'est mais troisième bagaille là c'est les chanceux étaient là. Il dit il voulait chaque Saint-Lucien trouver assurance. Il travaille pour chaque Saint-Lucien pour trouver assurance jusqu'à $75,000, $75,000. Saint-Lucien allait voter contre ça. Le bon parti entré, il a créé l'hôpital neuf là en boîte. Le gars Joseph, j'apprends tant. Il a allé sur la télévision, sur la radio, il a dit monde, il a expliqué pour qui ça il a abandonné un vieux hôpital là, tout ce petit building ça là, avec il allait construire un hôpital neuf. Et de tout assessment il a fait, il a vieux hôpital là presque 4 l'année. Il passe à supporter équipement moderne, il passe à prendre MRI machine avec il mold, avec esthétique, mouni pour sortir ça, pour entendre ça là. Et quand il navigue un pays la terre, il voit tout l'hôpital, c'est un grand hôpital, tout bagaille ensemble en un building. Avec matériaux, il prend pour construire l'hôpital là. C'est ça, cladine, c'est un différent quantité de matériaux qui a empêché l'humidité, la pluie, il plie douable, il plie fort, avec ou qu'a couiller toute ligne oxygène, toute bagarre dedans. Et ouais, c'est comme ça qu'il a fait l'hôpital. Côté moi en Canada, pendant 30 liés, l'année 12 l'hôpital. Chaque hôpital là construit comme boîte. Si vous regardez maison, c'est boîte. Quand le gouvernement, c'est boîte. Quand le building à parlement, c'est boîte. Mais il a fait comme ça en style, il a dit, oh, the box, oh, c'est en boîte. Là, les matiniques, l'hôpital matinique, là, moi, j'ai allé là, papa, moi, j'étais là avec moi. Des boîtes, avec les années 3 ponts qui ont connecté. Mais il a fait ça comme ça en style pour mettre en tâche à sous UWP. UWP allait, il a catché ça avec affaire. Il a dit, on nous construit un bagage qui est bon pour Saint-Lucien. Ils ont entré, puis ils ont fini, ils ont joué politique avec lui. Ils ont quitté le building qui était primaire, qui était peut-être moins que $100,000, moins que $75 millions pour finir. Avec après, ils ont allé prêter $200 millions à l'aide d'autres Saint-Lucien, c'est Saint-Lucien qui nous paye ça, pour aller mettre en ces vieux botas qui pas même bon encore. Avec moi, à présent, tout Saint-Lucien qui a crié tout partout, qui a dit, oh, santé-nous. Saint-Lucien voté par un gouvernement qui pas savent ce qu'il a fait, qui pas ni plan avec le premier ministre même, pas même savent, mon cas souffre en pays. Saint-Lucien n'est pour changer ça. Avec garder pour parti, garder pour mon qui a gardé pour yo. Yo voté pour $1,500, le gouvernement pour mettre, est-ce que j'ai joué non? Le gouvernement dit, oh, il y a tiré taxe à tout le monde qui a fait $4,000 au moins, et ça, j'ai fait, je me ça a fait. Sous ces bagages-là, il faut mettre là. Après ça, là, quand on a 2 ans, et bien, moins que 2 ans pour l'élection, il y a courir, faire bagaille, mettez tout avec Baba Green là, faire tirer ça, il y a courir à présent 2 ans pour faire bagaille, pour connaître Saint-Lucien, que c'est aisé pour connaître Saint-Lucien. Ou quand police ici, mais dans petit petit là, faire un bagage comme ça, tout cet système, il y a vu voter en office, il y a oublié souffrance là, il y a là sous maintenant. Premier travail au gouvernement, c'est sécurité. Si vous passez à battre crime, ou pas pour le gouvernement. Ça, c'est le premier travail du gouvernement. Deuxième travail du gouvernement, c'est santé monde. Yo pas ça faire de ces bagages là, les autres ils peuvent tuer yo. Merci Tim.
Merci Pukuye. Still to come, some more of your calls and discussions in the chat room. But first a notice, the Board of Directors and Management of the Elks Credit Union would like to inform the general membership that the annual general meeting will be held on Saturday, August the 10th, 2024. Location, the Finance Administrative Center at Point Surf in Castries from 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Please be informed that the offices of the Elks Credit Union will be closed on that day, and that is Saturday coming, to facilitate the attendance of staff at the annual general meeting. Please make a very special effort to attend. Your credit union, your business. This is the most monitored talk show in the world.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus just take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
A newly renovated home is a special feeling, and lighting can be a big part of that. Like the LED seasonal lights many now use for energy saving and safety over the holidays. It's worth the effort to install LED lights everywhere, and you don't have to be an expert to change a bulb. Remember to turn off all lights when not in use. This includes LED lights. Saving energy is what's smart.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, teacher.
Let's head back to school.
It's time to get the children ready to head back to school with a back-to-school loan from First National Bank. Get up to $30,000 for all your back-to-school needs. No deposit required, low interest rates, and an easy process. Visit any First National Bank location or call 455-7127 for more information. Let's head back to school with First National Bank. Terms and conditions apply. First National Bank, here for you.
This is We Summer. Get ready for the biggest and wildest deals from Flow.
Summer comes with a message for ya. Switch it up, 'cause this is We Summer. Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Who got the best deals? It's Flow. Bundle postpaid Wi-Fi, you go. Cut a bill in half, save more for sure.
This is We Summer. Bundle broadband now with postpaid and get your bill cut in half. Plus, get up to 4 Samsung Galaxy smartphones for only $4.
15,000 in cash is that. 15,000 in cash, win that.
Win $15,000 in cash when you sign up, switch up, top up, or pay up with Flow.
Summer, Flow says this is We Summer. We Summer. Hey.
Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon melt sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try. KFC's new bacon melt sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue. Anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
Gade mweti boy, pa fe lafi me lafi.
Stop all that smoke, fume, and noise. Keep the emissions to zero and be a hero for the environment. You can still do all your lawn mowing, brush cutting, leaf blowing, hedge trimming, even chainsawing, but with a battery-powered machine. Europa is now offering a buy one, get one free on professional battery tools. When you buy the tool, we'll throw in the battery absolutely free. Yes, you heard right. You get one free battery with the purchase of any steel professional machine.
PS lafi me, PS dezod. Merci papa.
Visit Europa in Marsat, Grosley, or call us at 452-0763. Europa, we service what we sell.
Discover the future of body imaging innovation at La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, where the gold standard in MRI technology meets unparalleled medical expertise. From the intricate neural pathways of the brain to the delicate structures of the spine, and from the vital functions of the heart to detailed multi-parametric MRI of the prostate, our higher resolution images see the unseen from head to toe. Our radiation-free Signa Prime Tesla 1.5 MRI machine is assisted by artificial intelligence, enhancing its precision in creating quality images for our trained radiologists to give you more accurate readings. Our facility ensures fast access to specialist doctors, including pain management, rheumatology, and family medicine. Proudly serving as a world-class facility in the OECS, we bring international standards of healthcare within your reach. There is no longer a need to travel overseas for superior medical services. Experience the pinnacle of diagnostic precision and patient care right here in St. Lucia. Schedule your MRI with La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence located in Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Call 451-6559 for your appointment. For your peace of mind, ask about our flexible financing options, including our co-pay system for clients with health care.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastouche Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastouche Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastouche Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Ouais, messieurs, pas jodi moi la ka espérer plein bon glow, hein. Si t'en la pani pressure. Moi ni tongue, moi ni glow, me money pressure. Ou savez ça moi besoin? A pomme. Ça c'est bêtise. Moi ka aller ko Europa. Yo ni toute pomme pour toute condition. Qui pour kay, qui pour business. Yo ni pli mer pour pomme cette ici. Yo ka ranger pomme aussi qui besoin service. Run pump yo c'est Léo. Pump ça c'est Major. Ils bon tout bonnement. Tant si ten mois actuellement. Glo ka fonte. Europa ni pump glo Léo under pour les nerfs, joinge et gris. Visitez Europa à Massad Gozile. Les mots au téléphone 452 0763.
There is a huge difference between leaders and politicians. Politicians are liars. Leaders tell the truth. Politicians beg people to get them into office. Leaders are begged by people to enter into office. Politicians worry about the next election. Leaders worry about the progress and the vision of the country. Politicians measure success by material gain that they got from stealing from the public, of course. Leaders measure success by the progress of the country. Politicians are populist in their developmental plans. Leaders do the right thing. Even when people don't see the point presently, they'll see it in the future. Politicians hire people who are incompetent. Politicians hire people who are useless. Politicians surround themselves with people who, with yes men for self-aggrandizement. But leaders surround themselves with people who are even more intelligent than him or her. Leaders surround themselves with people who are even more competent than him or her. Leaders surround themselves with people who are willing to challenge the leader. That's the difference between a politician and a leader. In short, what I'm trying to say is that we have many politicians. We have little to no leaders. We should strive, we as the African race should strive for leadership over politicians. Leadership over politics, and I think that should be the mantra. That should be the hashtag. Leadership over politics. I'd rather take a poor politician who happens to be a good leader than a good politician who happens to be a poor leader.
But too many of comrades that I know, they go and they want to show, you know, like me, man, I'm a fair man. I look at things objectively. I don't look at things objectively. I don't. I am a member and supporter unapologetically of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And if being Labour is a disease, I have said it more than once, consider me an incurable case. Not just for party's sake, but for what the St. Lucia Labour Party stands for and has always stood for throughout my life.
Monsieur Lausa Labour, we know one.
Let's take a call. Rick Wayne is on the line. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Hi, Tim.
Good afternoon to you, Rick.
As usual, I'm going to take the other road. The word proud has been thrown around a lot lately, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The definition would be a feeling of deep satisfaction or pleasure derived from one's own achievements, the achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Did I that slow enough, or should I read it again?
We got it, Rick.
Eh?
We got it.
I know time is of the essence for you always.
Yeah, we got the definition.
What would you think would be the opposite of being proud?
The opposite of...
Save you time?
Uh-huh.
One of them would be the word embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's defined as a feeling of self-consciousness. You see, feeling again, Tim.
Yeah.
Feeling from the heart, the emotions, you know? A feeling of self-consciousness, shame, or awkwardness. And in usage, an example might be a person or thing causing embarrassment. You can be a witness what I'm about to say. Tim, when I came back to St. Lucia, most people, those who knew anything about me, largely associated me not with writing or being the associate publisher of a magazine for more than 30 years. Not that. They knew me as a bodybuilder because a lot of people had seen the magazines and had been here many times going to the schools, blah, 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 blah. But as far as I was concerned, it was my love for sports that was at the core of everything. I thought writing, we should have good writing when we report our sports. With Dave Pascal, we had great pictures. We were well known for that with the Star newspaper, right?
Yeah.
And more than countless times on shows and everywhere else, I pressured whatever attitude then was the norm towards sport. I'll tell you very quickly, Tim, in 1997, one of the things I hoped for, and George Odom was very influential at that time, and even before the elections, I was saying to George, you know what should happen? They won't like me for this. But there used to be a bar. I'm not sure if it's still there. I don't go there anymore. Right by Malabar, by the beach there. There used to be a bar. Is it still there?
What's the name of the bar?
A liquor bar.
Yeah, I don't think that bar is still there. I'm not too sure.
Anyway, there used to be a bar there, very well patronized on Sundays in particular. And I suggested to George Odom to use his influence to persuade the government to build a gym there. They had the space, build a gym there on the beach. Charge 25 cents or even less to encourage young people to come and work out there, interest people in athletics, sports, keeping healthy, etc., etc. Even the tourists, some of them come here and they train and they don't have a gym to train at. That's long before Body Inc. and so on. So it never happened. I went into producing the first real gym in the country. I don't have to go through that. All of that to underscore, Tim, my appreciation of the value of sports as a discipline builder, as a health builder, as a director of habits, etc. None of our schools to this day has what you might call a gym. I don't think even the cheapest kind of gym, which is for gymnastics, you need just a bar and a couple other things, we have in our schools. Correct me if I'm wrong. So when I listened to a couple of reporters saying to the Prime Minister, indicating to him that here we're going to have a double gold, almost double gold winner. And the reason I don't start off praising the young lady is because I have done that quite a lot on Facebook already. And the time will come when I will be writing my own piece about what she really achieved there. But I think now that everybody is engrossed in sport and talking about the values, what she did, the enormity of what she did, I think this is the precise moment while we are expressing this pride, this vicarious feeling, because we didn't do it, she did. let us understand whatever we get from her is vicarious. It's a nice feeling. It's a nationalistic thing. It's a unity-building thing, except it's not, because you know that two parties are at war over that victory. You know that.
It is, very much so.
So not even a gold and a silver could change our habits. We're still into who put more money. And I want to say to him, whatever money was put into that girl, insignificant. A lot of money is put into a lot of different things. The young lady became a champion for 100 reasons, including her genetics. I found out yesterday some of her family who I knew well, but again, I won't go into that. I'm saying that at this very moment, when people are saying we should not be talking about anything else than that the girl won, the young lady won a gold and silver, it's precisely the time we should talk about the embarrassment of having a gold medal winner coming to back home in all her glory and all the politicians and all the cars and all the booths and everything else. But I have never heard any collective cry out for sports facilities. You think in all the years of St. Lucia, Tim, the only person who ever had the potential to be a superstar athlete is Miss Alfred?
No.
And that is not diminishing, you know, because I'll tell you why she went. I heard somebody ask the Prime Minister, or rather the Prime Minister was saying the kids should follow in the footsteps of
Julian Alfred.
Miss Alfred and all the things she went through, etc., etc. And I could not help thinking that if the kids were to take the Prime Minister at his word and follow Miss Alfred exactly as Miss Alfred did her trip to where she is, you know what they'd all do? Come on, Tim.
Tell me.
If you followed her steps exactly, what do you think the young people would do?
They would all be there. They would be depending on support from the government. They will be looking forward. They'll be looking forward to getting opportunities from other countries like Jamaica. Hope to go from Jamaica to the United States and so on.
Well, there are people whose parents have enough money to support them, you know. But I'm saying to you, the story of that young lady is written, and she wrote it herself. And I was fascinated by a particular paragraph there where she speaks about her early days up to the age she was 15 and how she used to run around in the fields because there were not even the basic amenities. She said those are her words. Now, I understand that. But how do you explain that she's back here as a gold medal winner and there ain't much change in the facilities, in the amenities for those talented young kids who are looking at her and saying, God, I want to be the next Alfred?
The challenges are still there. They'll still have to surmount those same challenges.
The situation has not changed much from what Alfred herself said. We did not have even the most basic equipment. And I was told a story today about Twatine, and I had not been, I didn't know much about him, and I didn't place much on. But I was told a story about Twatine by someone who knows him very, very well. And I really think you should invite this guy on your show and interview him. I think he would have a great story to tell. That guy himself on his own is worthy of a medal or something. Not because he trained, he initially helped out
Alfred.
Mr. Alfred. But his own story is a courageous story, and it doesn't say nice things about us at all with respect to sport, Tim. So I want to take the opportunity, while everybody is so proud of, and justly so, so proud of the achievements of Miss Alfred, let's understand that, proud of the achievements of Miss Alfred, proud of the achievements of the rest of the islands and whatever. It's great stuff. It's going to do us nothing but good. The young kids who have been waiting, when I say young, who are old now, but they've been waiting from the from the 60s, 70s, crying out for decent places to swim, to train, and not to train just for exercise, train with a view to Olympics. I was saying a while ago that when the Prime Minister was talking about, he was also asked the question, what are you going to do to put us in line with a country that has a gold medal winner? And he quickly mentioned, well, the Labour Party, the Labour Party built that was the answer. The Labour Party built the Darren Sammy, and the Labour Party did the
George Odlum Stadium.
We built the stadium in Beaufort. And I couldn't help asking myself, well, what stadium is he talking about? Is there a stadium in Beaufort?
What passes for a stadium? It's not the St. Jude Hospital.
Is there a sports stadium in Beaufort, Tim?
No, in effect, no.
Don't be reluctant and say no. It's not. What we have there, by all accounts, is the next thing to a morgue. People go to die there, or people go there expecting to die. I just heard you talking about Dr. Clark, etc. So while we are busy celebrating, rightly so, while we are busy drinking rum, which has nothing to do with athletics, etc., etc., I wish more of us would give a thought to all those youngsters who want to be Alfred, whose souls are beating to be Alfred or a male version of her, and who, if things continue as they are, will only have little fields for running around in, playing a little cricket or whatever. But when you are serious about sports, not only as a disciplinarian thing, not only as something against crime, whatever, but when you are thinking in terms of lifting your country to the height or perhaps higher than Alfred has so beautifully done, you must also not only feel proud of, you must also feel ashamed and embarrassed for what you could have done a long time ago and still have not done it, but you are professing you're going to do it now that we have a gold winner who did most of her training outside of St. Lucia. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rick. Quick look of what's happening in the chat room, Kimani.
In the chat room, someone says, YouTube, someone says, what is good for St. Lucia is for government to pay all tax returns on time. That includes VAT. Another YouTube comment, St. Lucia has not changed. The people have changed. Most of us have lost respect for life. So there is no effort to preserve life. We do not acknowledge innovation that preserves life. Example, community camera security. Do we even have a literacy development program? In St. Lucia, most libraries are closed and have old books. Someone says, I'm watching in Paris. Another comment, it breaks my heart to see people defend this current government even when things are bad. Another comment, the letter by Dr. Merle Clark has little meaning and or effect if it is not followed up by action by the healthcare givers. Someone says hospitals are even forcefully discharging people from the hospital. That is unfortunate. You can save someone from a stroke if they get attention within the first hour or so, referring to the caller who spoke of her grandfather, I think?
Yeah.
Passing away. Another comment, there are still talented young men and women, boys and girls in St. Lucia. Someone says, I hope they know that the fields in the Olympics is AstroTurf. Another comment, you are so correct, Rick. He will be interviewed on the you will hear about it. Someone says, yes, Tim, invite him to Newsmaker Live. Rick, there are so many changes. Look at the field in Sufra, Dennery, Miku, North, and South. Let's see what else we have in the chat room. Someone says, Juju won because of her hard work and dedication. Someone says, the Sports Academy instituted by Alan Chasney is severely underrated, understandably so because of our psyche. Let's see. That's right. Beach facilities, excellent watering holes for decades. We used to have our Monday Carnival band fete there.
And somebody's asking, what ever happened to the Sports Academy and all the sports the previous Prime Minister had for sports in St. Lucia? And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. And that message reads, please bear with me while I try to get another one. Okay, it reads there. Beach facilities by Malabar Hotel. Okay, another one. Via WhatsApp, the bar was called the beach facilities. Okay, we have some more. Let me see there. Another one.
Someone says the government should rename the health and security levy. And someone is asking, my question is, whose cost was it for Kenson Hilaire and Thaddeus to go to Paris? Another comment, the ministers are getting treatment overseas at the expense of the poor and vulnerable SMH.
Somebody's asking, why is it taking so long to approve Richard Frederick's membership in the SLP? Are they afraid of letting a wolf in the chicken coop?
How can we trust anyone who allows their political affiliation to see and understand things objectively? Such characters will watch the country drown and won't do anything to help. I wish we would learn from Juju. She tried hard and bettered herself each time till she won. Gold, she never focused on her opponents. Mr. PM, you're only focused on Shas. Why aren't you focused on making St. Lucia great?
Another WhatsApp message. Things are really bad here. Grocery prices are ridiculous. It hurts my heart. Crazy. School is reopening. What are we parents going to do? We need something to happen now. PJP, do something.
The administration has publicly criticized Dr. Clark, but will eventually hire an expert to tell us what we already know about our healthcare system. Someone says the government currently owes France over $2 million for people who went to Martinique for healthcare, but can't pay that debt, but have millions to place in carnival and jazz.
Another person says, Tim, everything about the hospital is true. I witnessed it firsthand, and I was only in St. Lucia on vacation. I'm afraid to visit the island again for fear that I might need emergency medical care. And let's see if we have another one. Somebody says there via WhatsApp, Tim, the stadium is part of the Minister of Health's constituency, V4 North. Start from there. Let's take a quick call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Good.
Hi, good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Oh, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Moi, quand il dit ça, pas toi. Là, madame, toi, nous qui l'hôpital toujours. Madame là a son papier, les couches l'hôpital là, pas ni droit pour ouvrir, pas ni droit. Ou je donne les femmes te fait un statement, pas ni zoye, pas ni droit, il te doit marcher épisode.
Oui.
Et mi toujours yo en les couches l'hôpital là, yo pas ni droit, yo pas ni zoye. Et ça c'est gouvernement qui pour nous, pour simplicité, il dit que plus fausse. Hein? Gardez l'état chimé. Gardez l'état l'hôpital là, il va parler l'hôpital là sans peut. Est-ce que l'hôpital là ni un equipment pour nous malades pour garder pour nous. Côté nous quoi voler Martinique. Est-ce que nous ni l'argent? Moi frère c'est du pour dire moi là 15,000 €. Et moi juste sorti là des semaines, moi juste sorti là. Hein? Chaque fois moi ni pour payer passage, moi ni pour payer docteur, moi ni pour payer oui mettre coûte et moi avec moi panique à travailler gouvernement pour tout gouvernement qui a besoin l'argent. Et moi ka doué l'hôpital là. Moi ni pour faire comme sans manger à moi ni pour manger et moi ni que ça ni yo di moi pour moi ça peut pitié c'est 50 €, c'est 60 €. Ah comme on a venu hard but pani oui mettre pani travail paye haussé commission haussé chimé à mauvais moun ka mo yonde lot awa gouvernement ça là non moi pas dit tout bagay c'est lui mais awa bagay vini plus worse bagay vini plus mauvais et c'est on certain ouvrez dis moi gouvernement ça ka dit pas ça l'hôpital là si mettez ça mettez oui mettez les gens dit moun ka comprendre j'ai toujours ani 4 mois moi pas ka genou mettre là l'hôpital là quoi moun pas gagner mettre là comme là côté moi ka prendre l'argent côté moi ka est-ce qu'il y a un monde qui avec ça qui te ça même qui te quand même pour tout ka avec life en bail pour comment et c'est monde qui a fait bon moi hein côté moi ka oui mais ça yo te acide là ça yo te dit c'est pour travailler que yo te dit pour monde ka garder pour oui mettre bagay comme ça pour te garder pour bail monde garder les monde qui mal garder yo trouver mal ko yo voler Martinique yo voler comment yo ni là yo ça voler est-ce que nous malheureux ça fait ça hein Koto ou sa, nou malade, yo pani kut la ban, yo pani remède la ici, j'ai toujours l'hôpital, pani remède. Est-ce que nous ni l'argent pour nous garder pour qu'on nous ici, tout pour nous c'est l'ego, yo tout, l'on ha go, c'est go, ha go. L'on ha ti malheureux, c'est un ti malheureux. L'on ha ti malheureux, après fait l'on go, pas mêler, ou go, ça se fait là encore vrai. Vous comprenez? Gardez l'argent, moi, pour payer à l'hôpital là. Moi, 15,000 € avec, moi pas qu'à dormir, moi voulais payer, mais moi pas qu'à travailler. Qui ça moi ça fait moi payer mon non yo fait ce drap moi yo pas ça fait ici moi yo fait ce dramatique moi yo faut moi l'opération dès l'opération en yeux all the time tous les 3 months 4 months money pour monter pas check vous comprenez parce que ça yo dit moi ici c'est pas ici à moi faire l'opération yo pas ça fait rien bon moi c'est en l'air money pour monter côté moi après là chaque là pour moi garder pour rêve moi qui mani et puis qui m'ont fait moun ka préfère ici moun ka prend mauvais ici non nous pas gouvernement pour nous gouvernement ça pas pour nous non gouvernement ça pas gouvernement ça la pour quoi merci en plus
merci beaucoup. Finally, we have our NewsSpin news of the day. NewsSpin news of the day. OAS chief demands indictment and ICC arrest warrant for Maduro. OAS chief demands indictment and ICC arrest warrant for Maduro. That's our NewsSpin news of the day, and also that's the broadcast, the most monitored talk show in the world. My name is Timothy Poleon. Goodbye.